Hello again. It's Grace chatting here with the last in the series of 4 videos. Well, it's 5 videos now because I've added one on about living with an alcoholic. In the first, I told you what I'd learned in the 12 years since my original video, How to Survive Living with an Alcoholic. And in the second, I explained the science of why you can't just leave, why it's not that simple. And in the third, I told you the kinder truth about codependency, that you were never the problem, but the person coping with a problem. And as ever, you don't need to have seen any of those for this to make sense to you, but they're all here on the channel, and it is worth watching them in the series, so you know what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to. So today this is a practical one. So 12 years ago, when I was asked what the partner of an alcoholic should do, I said, get informed, get support, and get a life. And I really still stand by that because the help available now is not what existed then. And you deserve to know what's out there now because things have changed a lot since that original video. So the biggest change of all, I'll tell you about first because it makes such a difference. 12 years ago, nearly all the help was pointed at the drinker. The drinker got to go to rehab. There were detox programs, and there were treatment programs in rehab, and if the drinker was prepared to go. And for you, the partner of the alcoholic, well, you just had to get on and cope with it, and perhaps told to detach and mostly just wait and see what happened. Well, that has changed a lot. I remember visiting in rehab, and I remember looking around at all these people during the 12-week a 12-week rehab course, which was paid for residentially. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I would have given my eye teeth to be able to have 12 weeks away from the daily grind. Now, it's true, they did have house duties to do, they had housekeeping chores, but there was group therapy in the morning, there was individual therapy for each of them every day, and various readings and time with their counselors and time to go play football and kind of coaching and all kinds of things to rehabilitate them as non-drinkers. And I'm not knocking that and I'm not being critical of it. I thought it was marvelous, but oh my God, I would have thought I was in heaven if I'd been able to have a week of that. But no, there was nothing for the partners. We were there to visit and be seen as the codependent. But so anyway, happily, that has changed now, and the world has finally caught up with what you've been living through. So there's now help designed for you, not as an afterthought, not as the wife, but as a person in your own right who has been harmed by your partner's drinking and deserves to have some support, whether your partner ever stops drinking or not. So just let me walk you through a few doors that either didn't exist 12 years ago or were barely open when I made that first video. So the first is a program called CRAFT. Now, this is mainly in the US. I think it is available in other countries, and there are some versions of it here in the UK. So the program is called CRAFT, C-R-A-F-T, and it stands for Community Reinforcement and Family Training. and it was designed specifically for the family members of drinkers, for drinkers who won't seek help. So isn't that wonderful? When I looked further into this and discovered that there was such a program for the family members of drinkers who carry on drinking, I could hardly believe it. So, back in the day, you may have been offered two options. There was family intervention, which was the dramatic confrontation, where all the family members got together and actually did a form of confrontation with the drinker and confronted them and told them, told them honestly, look, here is how I'm seeing this, and here is how your drinking is affecting me and consequently the family. So that was a bit difficult. People didn't find it easy. So the other thing was, if you went to Al-Anon, was to detach with love from the drinker and to let go and get on with your own life as far as you could and just wait and hope for the best. So craft is the third way now, because you can still do the other two. It's the third way, and the research behind it is quite remarkable. So compared to older approaches, families using craft are roughly, according to the research, 4 times more likely to see their drinker enter a treatment program. Not by nagging, not by pleading, and not by threatening, but the founders even wrote a book called Get Your Loved Ones Sober. I have to say, I have not managed to get a copy of it yet, but I will have a look at it. And it's alternatives to nagging, pleading, and threatening, which I would recommend. So Kraft teaches you step by step how to stop rewarding his drinking without realizing it, because most of you have been enabling your drinker to carry on drinking by making excuses for him. And so what the craft program teaches is how to let the natural consequences of the drinker's drinking land on him or her rather than on you, and how to spot the moments when the drinker is genuinely open to change. And now hear this, how to look after yourself and keep yourself safe throughout. So half of craft is about you getting your life back, whatever the drinker does. And now, two honest notes. First, the availability in the UK is pretty patchy. Some family alcohol services offer it, and it's usually in about 8 sessions. So ask your local drug and alcohol service, wherever you are, whether they offer craft, CRAFT, or family support. And if there's nothing near you, getting the book is probably a good start. And the other second way, and more important, a craft is optional. It's not another job for you. The first truth of this whole series still stands. You cannot control the drinker's drinking, and you're not responsible for fixing them. So craft is simply there for the woman or the man who wants a skillful, evidence-based way to try while protecting yourself. If you're past that point, that's not failure. You can skip to door 2. The second door is peer support from other people who know, because they live it. And the change here is simple. You no longer have to find a babysitter, make up an excuse, or walk into church hall to get it. Al-Anon, which I recommended 12 years ago, and I still recommend, it's a really good 12-step program. It now runs online meetings alongside more than 700 groups across the UK and Ireland, and it offers a free helpline. that you can ring every day of the year. Isn't that wonderful? And nobody will tell you what to do here, you know, in Al-Anon. You'll simply sit among people who understand, and that alone changes things. And if the spiritual language of the 12 steps was never for you, and I know it wasn't for some of you, I don't have a problem with it. I find it personally, I find Al-Anon was amazingly helpful, and it was a milestone for me. If the spiritual language bothers you, there is what's known as Smart Family and Friends, and it runs practical skills-based meetings. Many of them are online now, led by trained facilitators who have usually lived through this. There's no higher power required, but I have to say, I personally find being able to call on a higher power has been amazing. So, and of course, there's our own free group online, Reclaim Your Life, where there's nearly 600 women from all over the world. And there are a few men in there as well at every stage of this journey. So that is the help that's available for you. So look underneath the video here and you'll get details of how to contact those avenues. So, and there is another video which will give you other options for treatment uh, for the drinker. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.